Okay, hello everyone. I'm just gonna bring down the music here a second. So, hi, welcome to the live stream. My name is Evan, as you probably already know by the channel name. And today we're just gonna be talking about some project stuff, stuff like that. So, I want to first point out, because I always forget, to bring up the Discord. So we have a Discord. The link is in the description if you want to join. And we essentially just talk about everything I do on this channel. So sirens, anything you can think of. Sirens, weather, fire alarms, networking, electrical, radio, all that stuff. And we just it's just a good place to chat about all of that. And you can also pop into that live stream and be a part of the stream if you're interested. So today I'm just going to be talking about random stuff, projects, future videos, and stuff. Oh, we're getting another EAS message. So, yeah, you'll probably see in the background my encoders flip off and on throughout the live stream today. So, that might be interesting. So, we'll see what happens. But, so, I guess we'll start off with saying that I have a video that I'm working on currently. I hope it will be useful to some people. I get a lot of questions through Discord about, from probably like 5 or 7 people just about Motorola gear. I work with a lot of Motorola equipment. So like Motorola handhelds, Motorola radios, Motorola repeaters, all that kind of stuff. And one of those things is they're older, so they can't be programmed with current gear. Like, you can't program them with Windows 10 and DOSBox. I want to make a video essentially explaining how, what kind of laptop should you get? How do you install the software onto it? Because you can't buy Motorola software anymore. There's a special place where you get the software now, and that video will explain it. So stay tuned for that. And it's also going to talk about the cables and certain things about certain types of radios about Motorola. So just one of those radios I'm going to be definitely talking about is the Motorola HT1000. I'm also going to be talking about the Motorola MaxTrack and Radius series, which are base stations. I have them over there. I'm not going to grab them currently. But they're probably 2 of the most common Motorola radios you'll find nowadays. And if you want to be able to use them at all, you're going to need some way to program them. So I'm going to have a video coming out, hopefully by the end of this week. I'm working on it. But yeah, so that'll be cool. Someone talked about Midland WR120. Funny enough, I learned something about my WR120 this week. I'll grab it. So, my WR120, I noticed that no one out here. Oh, don't mind, the backlight's always on. Okay, that's not on that is on purpose. So, something about this though that I never really came to mind. The plastic is yellowed. You can't really see it with my lighting, but this is way wider underneath the bezel than this. It's yellowed. So when I got this, I got it from Rite Aid, and no one out here, we don't really have like too much severe weather. By the way, the alerts that are coming in are from other stations across the U.S. I'm part of a program that does that, which I'll gladly mention later in the live stream. And so this radio I got from the Rite Aid down the street, and we don't really have too much severe weather out here, so no one really buys weather radios. And so when I bought this, nothing really came to mind. It was yellowed. It was like, oh yeah, no one really buys them. And the bezel, the plastic, like clear bezel part, popped off because the glue had dried up and all that. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And I come to some people in the Discord, and they were like, hey, is it yellowed and all that? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, what model is it? And I didn't realize that the model number on the back, the serial number, this is the 453rd one made. 453, it says there at the end of the model number with all zeros behind that. So I have the 453rd WR120 ever made, which is kind of cool. It's also a similar thing with my end deck, which I never mentioned, and I totally forgot to mention on my end deck video because I had no idea, yet again, just like the WR120. My lower end deck that I don't use for anything, it's going to be used for something in the future, which I'll explain maybe on another stream or maybe later today, depending on, you know, where the time goes during this live stream. But this end deck is model 3352. You see my encoder decoder? Yes. Those are my two end decks and my EasyCast. I also got, there was a few people asking on my server, hey, should I buy an EasyCast? Should I buy an Easy Plus? Should I buy an Easy IP? And really, the answer is, what are you going to do with it? Like, that's not really an answer, but it's more of a question. But once you answer that question, you're able to figure out what you exactly want to do with it. Or if you should use it. The thing is about the Easy units, or any trilithic unit, is that they're what we would call location locked. So what would happen is, unlike the end deck, where if you feed an alert from New York into it, if you don't have any filters set up, it will take that alert in. It receives all location codes, okay? The EasyCast, you have to put in the location codes you want to receive. You can't just do all locations. And the thing is that if I was, for instance, put an alert into it for New York right now, it would not take it. It would log it, but it would not relay it. And the reason for that is you have to put in each location you want to relay. So what that actually does is it just has, I use it for the internal radios and to control my transmitter system, which is not, it is a completely legal transmitter system. I assure you, I'm FCC licensed. I know what I'm talking about here. The transmitter system is actually going out to a amateur radio repeater system and relays alerts, weather alerts for the local area out to them. It's not going over FM, AM, or anything like that. It's actually getting kind of warm in here. I'll probably close the window. So, with that, the system relays on a low power transmitter out via UHF, and that's what it does. Welcome EAS Ohio and Construction 3D to the channel. And oh yeah, well, we're welcoming people to the channel. Please drop a subscription if you haven't already. We are almost at 700. We have 2 more subscribers I think we need to reach to get there. Let me see. Oh, we need 1 more. Wow, we might reach 700 subs on this live stream. That would be awesome. Yeah, I wonder if we can get 1 more sub to join. I am going to post in one of the Discord servers I'm in. I'm going to post a link, and maybe we'll get someone in here who hasn't subbed. Oh, that says live stream in 10 minutes. And so, I don't know. Maybe we'll get someone to sub, and we'll reach 700. That would be really awesome. But, yep. Oh, thanks for subbing, LL Gaming. Thank you. But yeah, so I guess I mentioned I'll talk about where I'm getting all my alerts. So if you happen to have an encoder, okay? If you have, you know, an NDEC, or Sage NDEC, you have a Trilithic, you have a TFT, any type of hardware-based encoder. It can't be software. There's no software out currently that can do what you would need to do this. But if you have a hardware encoder, DM me on Discord, and I'll get you hooked up with them. This is called the National Encoder Relay Program. It is NERP, and it's a very small group, probably, less than 20 people. And what we essentially have is we have stations that are set up with radios, like mine, and then we have setups that receive other people who are in the program. So they are virtual stations, as we would call them. And they are just IceCasts, MP3 streams going back and forth. So, for instance, I have my EasyCast receiving local alerts on the radios. So any local alert I get, I contribute to the system. And so if that local alert comes in, then it relays into the Sage NDEC on monitor 6, and then the Sage NDEC gets the alert and relays it out over my live stream. And then someone else, say our friend out in Illinois, receives it off my live stream into, say his monitor 1 on his NDEC via sound card. Then he gets the alert, and then he would relay it, and then it would get to the next person. So it goes through that chain of people. Oh, we have hit 700 subs. Well, that is awesome. I am going to do something big on 1,000 subs, but I don't really celebrate when we make it to 100. Like, I should have did 500, but I didn't, but oh well. But yeah, 700, thanks. That's awesome. Yeah, also, I forgot to mention, we had a gap in live streams over the past 2 weeks. That's because I've been busy. Sometimes I'm out doing things. Sometimes the schedule just doesn't work for me. So, it got kind of patchy there between the, past month or so. And so I apologize for that. It's going to be more consistent now. And yeah, yet again, that's every Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m., Pacific. So yeah, and so yeah, like I was saying, we relay alerts to each other throughout the entire system, and that goes back and forth. Say I relayed that alert, from my location. If our friend out in Illinois gets a severe thunderstorm warning, it goes out over his live stream, and I receive it on mine, and it just goes through this chain of people, chain of virtual stations with real hardware encoders. So, and we all put our own little twist. We all have our own call sign for our station. We'll make our own station IDs. It's just a fun little thing that we do. And the only requirement is that you have a hardware encoder, and you can relay the alert. So after receiving it, you can retransmit the alert with your call sign for your station. You don't need any licensing for the FCC or anything, because this is all over the internet. It's just over the internet streaming. But yeah, so it's quite fun. And yeah, you can. I also might explain what's going on up on top of the rack, because some of that has changed. There's a Motorola CDM 1550 that is going to be replaced with a Max Track soon. That is the transmitter to send data, or send the EAS tones up to the repeaters. And you can see the microphone for that, in case I need to do a manual announcement over that. And then that goes out to a hill out in Portland, Oregon, where we have, quite a few people listening. Some of them are Skywarn weather spotters. Some of them are amateur. All of them are amateur radio operators, and it's just it's kind of interesting, because not everybody has weather radios out here, and so it's just a way to do that. And then the scanner is a backup radio, and then the one on top is for my KIG 98 stream for Portland. So I stream the local transmitter audio on my server, and then we have the 2 servers down there. The main server for running everything, all my station, and then off to the side, that is the IceCast server. So that is kj7bre-eoc.us.to, and that is server that, and maybe I'll drop the link down in the description if anyone wants to listen to the stream. But it's, I mean, alerts for all of the US. It's kind of cool. And it just plays music remixes. Yes. Have I ever done the voice test on the homemade emergency outdoor warning system? So, voice test. I'm just gonna say this. That was an old video. When I made that, I just kind of hooked up the speaker to the amplifier and played sounds through it. The thing is though, that speaker was not rated for the power I should have put through it. It was 15 watts, and I think I put about 35 through it on accident. And it blew up. So I blew up the speaker driver. Maybe I'll make another one in the future. There is some 100 watt, like, flush mount police siren, for, like, going on the bumpers of police cars. And they handle 100 watts. I thought it might be interesting to get one of those and make some sort of siren out of it. Even taking, you know, 4 of them, you know, putting them in on a box or something. I don't know. My goal is to get an air raid siren at some point. I want to get, you know, something small like a Model 2 or a Darley Champion, or any Darley. Any of the Darley sirens are really small. So something that I can keep here at the house. Would love to get a Thunderbolt 1003 or a model like 3T22, but those are just too big to get here, and I would have to rent like a cherry picker or something to get one down if I was to even find someone to get one from. But I think I have some connections with a city hall, and I might be getting something in the future. So I'm currently in progress on getting a siren, but I'm not going to give out any details about that right now for obvious reasons. But yeah, and then underneath right here, this little thing, everybody was like, "Oh, what's the thing with all the little lights on it? It's so cool." That's the Arcom controller. It controls the transmitter for that. Does the voice IDs. I can actually take where's a handheld that does 446 right here. So I can take this little ZAS stone I have.
Power on. 13.
And then we'll key it up, and you'll see the lights back there go, and the light up there move. Here.
K7BRE.
KJ7BRE. So that's just the transmitter it ID'd, but that's just to keep things legal. The 2 ways to legally ID on amateur radio is to do a Morse code, so a CWID, or a voice ID. The ID in the FSK of the EAS does not count. Those are the only 2 legal ways, because those are humanly understandable without any other software or anything. Do I have any EOWS 612s in my area? There is very when you talk about EOWS 612s, sorry, got my ear kind of itchy today. EOWS 612s are really, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get some pushback from some people who watch this maybe after the stream. EOWS 612s and 812s are kind of rare to find now. There's none out here. I'm in Oregon, and I map Oregon and Washington sirens, so I can only speak for Oregon and Washington, but there is no EOWS anything out here. The closest thing you will ever find to any EOWS siren is modulators. And actually, because I mentioned, I will drop the link if you want to watch at the end of the live stream. I'll drop the link at the end of the live stream in the description if you want to check out my Oregon and Washington siren map. It's constantly updated. I've updated sirens today, actually, so it's actively updated. and I add remove sirens as they're as they come and go. So, like for instance, removed a siren from the Oregon coast today that got taken down. I went on a crabbing trip just a few weeks ago and saw it was removed. Pretty sad about it, so I removed it from the map. Simple as that. And then, on Discord earlier today, someone said, hey, there's a dam brake system, siren system up in Washington of like, I think it was like 8 federal signal modulators. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Can you send me the locations? They made up a quick map. I put the locations on my map. And that's just how it works. So I will gladly throw the map down there if anyone's interested. Also, I plan to make, people are going to say cringe and stuff about this, but I'm going to probably be making some Roblox Siren videos. And I'm not making test videos, okay? I'm making development videos. So I like to develop things in Roblox Studio. It's just kind of cool to do. And so I've developed a few different things in Roblox Studio, and I want to make some, just maybe next week's live stream or something, I'll just sit down and show that. But that would be quite interesting. So the also we added on the Ethernet switch on that too, which is, it was there in the last stream, I'm pretty sure, but it's pretty fun. So I'm actually gonna see if I can pull up here. Yep, I can. Okay, so right here, this is actually my NDEC remote, which is kind of cool. I've gotten this to work over the past, I don't know how long, but I got it working clean now. And so you can control all of the NDEC settings, and it's actually moving on the screen on the NDEC. And so I could go like alerts. Now I could go view alert log. Oh, whoops. Oh, that worked. Okay. And we can see all the alerts that I've received. And that's just, like, if we go to when the date changes. So you can just see, this is all from today. So those are SVRs. And we also have Discord. Whoops, I just closed out of that. Didn't mean to do that. But I can pull up on Discord here. I'm gonna pull it up. There's the I have this set up too, which we've been getting the scripts working. So the other script that I released for the which I linked a video of on my YouTube, I should mention it. The logging for OpenNDEC, the script for that is starting to become a problem. It's not really working too well. So I replaced it with another logging software that I'm gonna talk to the developer of and see if we can maybe make this public. But it's currently a private logging software. But if you want to check it out, it's in the Discord. But this logging for the NDEC, so anyone who has encoders, the OpenNDEC software has become a bit glitchy. So the start and end tags on the serial bus, like NDEC start and NDEC end, were not going through sometimes and causing weird glitches to happen with logging. I'm sure if we go back in the logs to way earlier, we would see that. Actually, if I went here, and then we went to right here, and then we went to pins here, you'll see weird things that happen here, like this issue right here, for instance. It's just these marks, and there's problems in some of these logs. We just pinned the ones that were having problems, and then after we switched the script around, it wasn't having issues anymore. So that's something that is now fixed. Heat advisory. Yeah, there was a huge heat advisory in Texas not too long ago either. Let me switch back to the main camera. So, yeah, this is probably just gonna be a really quick live stream, but once I get everything working with the server correct, I'm gonna try to release a website on that. We're gonna see how that will go, but I have quite a few ideas for it, which will definitely include some stuff with the EAS and logging and such, but we'll have to see. And yeah, so I will see if I can get that radio set up, the HT1000 video out. Probably be working on that for some of the day today. But actually, how would I pull into... Hold on. Here. I took the, I want to show this, actually. I don't know if you've seen the spoon thing going around. With this guy and the spoon. The old Vine thing. So I took this, I think, yeah, today and yesterday, and I made some edits to it. And now we have Thunderbolt, Siren, Spoon, Dude. So, yeah. Thought I would show that. We have lots of, funny little jokes going around. But, yeah, there's some Siren photos here, too. Someone posted, well, that looks like an old 105. I'll have to look at these more. Oh, we got one new message. Yeah, we got... Yeah, I'm pretty proud about this. It's pretty funny looking. But yeah. And also, I might point out this. This is something else that happened this week. There's been major heat in Tennessee, or excuse me, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, and they started having radar failures. KIWA radar. It's my system IDing. The radar failures, don't go on to their Twitter and start bombarding them about it. They already know about it. But this is, just thought this is kind of interesting. These are what their radar is showing, which you can see is obviously not good. But that's, I hope we never see a storm that looks like that. But yeah, that's what was going on. So, this is I thought kind of an interesting thing that I might, thought I would point out on the live stream, that I found this radar failure, which is KIWA. So, yeah, just so you know, radar is not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look more like how it does down here and out here, which this is a view that combines all the nearby radars and this radar, so it has some real actual data in here, but all of this is like, there's probably nothing there. So, yeah, kind of interesting to see that. Can you see the siren that I made in the Sirens channel? Sure. Is it Roblox Lucas, or is it... Okay. But yeah, I am probably just gonna head off for this live stream. It's just to give some quick updates. Hopefully there'll be more soon to more videos on the channel. I just need to sit down, create the videos, and post them. And I've been just busy with other things and haven't been motivated to do it. But hopefully we will have some more videos coming out. But yeah, I see. Roblox Lucas. I saw the Thunderbolt thing you pieced together from the post I made. But yeah, so if you're interested, join the Discord in the description. I know this is a quick live stream. I know it wasn't that interesting, but I hope that you had some fun at all. I don't know. So yep, I'll see you all next week. There'll be more to talk about then. I have plans then. This is semi-unplanned. I just needed to talk about a few things, and we reached 700 subs, so that's pretty cool. So, yep, yet again, join in the description, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a great day.